All right, we back again with another one. So y'all know me. I'm gonna let her go ahead introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm JOYAVELI, JOYAVELI Brain on all platforms.
All right, and what is it that you do? Like, what is it that you motivates you, get you up during the day to provide your lifestyle and everything else?
My whys is my children. I got 3, 23, 17, and 7.
Okay.
So they my get up and go teenage mothers. So I had to get up and go at an early age. So it's just been go mode ever since. But they are the why, the reasons that I do everything I do now.
Okay, so what is it that what do you do?
I do music. I'm an artist. I'm an independent artist.
Okay.
I'm also a hair braider, grower, and I teach people how to properly groom curly hair.
Okay. Okay. We'll start with music first. So, music. When did you start that?
I've been doing music since I could talk. I used to hum hymns before I could even speak a word. My grandmother taught me how to sing, so I started off in the church, of course, singing, choir, and then at 9 I started writing, and I was inspired by Tupac. Then I started rapping at 12, so that's where I'm at now. I've been rapping since I was 12, and I've been performing rap since I was 18 on stages and in ciphers and stuff like that. So pretty much all my life.
Okay, so music has been the overall lifetime. So you said inspired by Pac. Okay, so what was, I would say, before we get to Pac, what was it that I would say set that, what do you think it was that triggered that? I mean, if it was Pac, then I guess, but like before you started listening, like what was it that triggered you one day, said, I think I want to do this?
My big cousin, they used to always be in the studio, and I would hear them doing their thing. I just thought it sounds so sweet, but my dad did not allow it. I had to go sneak and listen to Tupac and rap, and of course, when you told me not to do something, you're curious, well, I can't do that, so I want to go see why I can't do this. So I heard my cousin in the studio and hearing his songs, and it just made me hype, like, ooh, that's sweet, I want to do that. And so you're like, you can't rap. I'm like, guess I can if I want to, I can. And so I just came, I wrote my little first rap, went to him in the studio like I wrote my own rap, and he looking at me all crazy like with the whatever face. I'm like, put a beat on. And he put the beat on, and I got the rap, and he looking at me like with the oh my God face, like, oh my God, you can rap. I'm like, yeah. So I started recording with him at 12 years old in the studio, just doing stuff. I never really took it serious as to be making money because I didn't even have the knowledge about that part. So, but I was inspired because I don't know. Now I've learned that it was the vibration in Tupac's voice and his message. It was something that just struck me and drew me in like a magnet on him, and particularly because I heard rap. I heard a lot of different songs my cousin would play, but when he would play him, it would make me feel like this high vibration. And so I just went on and was like, you know what? I like what he's saying. I want to hear more. I want to study him, and that's when I started sneaking and listening to him.
And what was, I would say, do you know the album or what?
All Eyes on Me.
That was the first album
that
you
was
heard
the first one I heard, yeah.
And what song was it that really, because there's a lot of great songs on that double disc album. But that, like, what is that song that gave you that, that's it?
You know what? I was about to say You Can't See Me. That's second. The very first one is Ambitious as a Rider.
Ambitious as a Rider?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like, what? That beat? Oh, my God. I can hear it now. Yeah, I was just like, man, it just made me feel a way that music never made me feel, like singing, all the songs I sang and da-da-da, even when I rap. But when I got to hearing him and just studying him and always listening to him, yeah, it was like, yeah, this is what I want to rap.
Okay, so it was Ambitious as a Rider.
Yeah.
Then you said, You Can't See Me.
Right.
Oh, he lit. Let me keep going. Okay. So,
yes.
Okay, so after that, how long would you say after that, like, how long after that would you say was it to where you got to the point to where you like, you know what, this is it, I'm gonna do this I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna push out albums. I'm gonna record every day. I'm gonna write every day. Like what age was that? Because I know you said 12 when you started. So
yeah, I was at 18 when I finally got out to in the world and started experiencing life by myself in my own place. I started going out into the bars and after hours and all that stuff, and they would have people standing in circles. Everybody going around a little cipher or whatever, and I was heavy. I was a fat girl at this point. I was fat all my life, but I was heavy still beginning in the rap and performing. But in the after hours, I would hear the freestyle sessions, and I'm lit, So I'm like, oh, they over here rapping. I'm over here, And they're like, no, come over here. We to the dance floor. No, I'm over here in this session. So when I got in, I'm in there listening like, oh, they, good bars, whatever. They going around in circle. They get to me. I say my little drunk whatevers, and then ain't nobody want to, like, everybody break away and leave like, what happened? Like, oh, because I'm a fat white girl looking at, I look damn near white. What is it, my 4 eyes? Is it because I'm fat? Or whatever. I never understood until I was 18. About till I was 20-something, I say about 22, because I kept going after that. When they walked away, that's when my people was like, man, you sweet. You killed them all. They ain't had shit to say after that. Like, damn, okay, so that's a good thing. Because I thought they walked away like, man, fuck me.
So they stepped away like, oh,
but no, they stepped away like, oh man, okay. She just killed the whole cipher, man. I'm out of here. Let me go get a drink, So at that point, I knew I was obviously good enough to keep going.
So you said at 12 and then 18 was when you started. So
no, I'm cool. That's that puff out here. I'm on cloud 9 already.
So I got you. So in between there, then, so 12 to 18, that's junior high and high school. So. Excuse me. How was high school? I mean, junior high and high school. We'll decipher the two. Like, starting off in junior high school, wanting to rap, wanting to perform. Was there like junior high school competitions? Did you go to any like rallies or anything like that? Like high school festivities or like after school festivities and record? You wasn't like rapping and freestyle back then?
Nope.
No battle rap sessions, no nothing?
Nope. And that's because my dad was
strict, church strict.
I got my ass toe up off the floor when I fell to the floor crying because Tupac, that was all over TV. I'm like, Tupac died. I fell to my knees like, well, you got that switch. Get your ass up. Told me up off the floor like, I don't have you crying over no thugs. Like, oh my goodness. But, I look back now and, I only knew what I was taught. And so, Dad he didn't want that. So I couldn't like do none of that. He didn't want me in the music industry because he didn't want it to, devour me.
Well, I would say that's a good thing. As a lot of parents back then was they sold their children right on to their ass. I know all about it now. A lot of us, we look at it like no, but now we look at it into 2023 and you like, Big Mama them was right. They was right. I
promise you.
But I would say that was going to be my next question. Do you think it hindered you from having a musical career or a great musical career experience, or was it still like, I still did and do what I want to do musically now anyway, so it wasn't no loss for real?
No, it wasn't a loss. I can't say a loss. It was definitely a lesson because he threw all my notebooks and stuff away when I started writing music at 9, and about 10 and a half, my mother said he threw all my music away, and they got into this big fight because he did that. And my childhood, I don't like to pop up stuff like memories and stuff like that very well, but when she told me that all came right back to my mind like, wow. And that did hurt. Like, I fell into depression and all kind of stuff. Like, I was not myself after that. And that is what made me want to know more on like, why would he do that? What is so bad about it? You know what I'm saying? My dad was scared for me more than anything because he knew that I would if I tried. And although his whole family, my dad's side of the family is where I learned to do music at and through and from. So I don't know. He didn't want me there. But I think that it actually helped me and stopped me from going in the way that he thought I was, because it is it's an evil industry, period. And it's not nothing that I'm saying that's not a fact. It is. I've seen it for myself, and I had opportunities to become a part of it, and I still have. They still want my soul, but no, I don't sell what's mine. Well, I want to say what's mine. You know, no. So that's the whole thing about it, though. He just didn't want me to express in a way that would take my